Good afternoon. I'm Kell, and I'm a real estate agent and broker for ColdwellBanker in France and Monaco. I posted a video yesterday, and I already had a question from a lady. Thank you very much. The lady asked me what kind of books I recommend to read before you move to France. So I have lined up a few of the books on our dining table. Then my cat is here. We got some flowers. Let's get going. Sorry, I'm trying to sit down again. Yes, there are many books you can, of course, read about in French. And besides signing up for a language course, very important, try to get to know as much French as possible. Of course, you will learn some here for sure, but it is very important to learn to communicate in French, as most French people do not speak English, even the younger. It can be a bit of a surprise to many, despite the fact having heard about it. There will be, of course, some speaking French, but the French that, unless they're expats or very international minded, most French, even if they understood English, would definitely prefer that you are able to communicate in French. So I have not taken any examples of any French books. You should figure out what course suits you best. Berlitz, of course, the most famous one. But there are many others online, and figure out what suits your temperament best to do. One of the most famous authors is Peter Mayle. Peter Mayle is an Englishman, and he started writing about Provence more than 20 years ago. There are many Peter Mayle books, and I think choose a couple of them. You don't have to buy. I think I've read all of them, or definitely most of them. But I think if you try to just choose 2, 3, 4 books, Eyewitness Provence is undoubtedly his most famous one, and the reason why extremely many Brits started moving to Provence, or so he and his editor claims. But I think there's some truth to it. Besides the many good guidebooks there are about Paris, first of all, I like the Eyewitness Travel DK series because it's full of beautiful photos, and being an estate agent, well, broker, I am a very visual person, so yes, I can read text, of course, but I definitely prefer books, especially traveling books, with a lot of photos, because I do think a photo says more than 1,000 words in many cases. So definitely the DK Eyewitness Travel, I like them. Whenever I travel anywhere in the world, if I get hold of one of these, always my best buddy. Otherwise, there are also some interesting, funny ones. This one is called Quiet Corners of Paris. It's a small book, but it's also a very good format, because I often have it in my bag, especially now I know most of these quiet corners. But it's normally just, they describe where it is on one page, and some nice text on the other, and that's how it goes. And it's very interesting places that might have taken me a long time to figure out where are. Sorry, I can't help but reading. I love sitting snugged up with my cat on one side, I got my dog by my foot, got a cup of tea, and now I'm actually very eager to start reading again. There's also one called City Walks with Kids. Sorry. It's you can see it's a little handy format. If you open it, it's like a stack of cards. So one of the cards, you have a map. Take this one. You have a small little map of Paris. It's half an A4 page, and then you figure out where you like to go. And say, for instance, if you like to visit Monet's Garden in Chamonix, I know that's one of the few places outside Paris they recommend. But Monet's Garden in Chamonix, beautiful place. We all recommend that. And then they have on the back side what to see and do. they also have an adult version of it. And what I like is that I don't have to carry a whole guidebook with me. I can just choose some random areas of Paris and see what we like to do that day. So it's a very simple little thing if you got 3 kids and you don't want to carry too much when you are around doing all your tour guides. Trying to tidy up here. That one is a funny one. I am a big gardener. I hope you're enjoying my new redundant on my back. Anyways, so I love this one. This is a Michelin one. They have many versions. Of course, they have the bread guide that most of you know for the food, but they actually publish many different guides, and this is of course the Parcs et Jardins. I think you can guess what it is. So I have all the beautiful parks and jardins. I like to have this one in the car in case we're driving, and in case I stumble over a little castle that I like to go and see. My poor man has started to adjust to that. There's also funny little one, vintage antiques and collectible shops in Paris. That's also a very charming little gift, I think. Just a sweet little book about some addresses to go and see. I haven't used it a lot, but I actually like to just sit and look through it like a little table book. This one is one I also like to have in my car. This is called Terragon and Truffles, and it's a guidebook to the best French markets. Ta-da! Naturally, bless Anne Grec, because she, of course, has not visited every single French market. Every town with any respect for themselves will have a market at least once a week. Some towns it's 2 or even 3 times a week. So it is a little bit difficult seeing them all, but she gives a good go, and it's a lovely little book. And no matter whether you make it to the markets that she says in the book, I will recommend you just to get it to sit and be inspired. So, I am the state enemy of France because I am a vegetarian. However, I still like cookbooks. This one is, I have it in Danish. It's very difficult to get hold of. And if you get hold of it on Amazon, last time I checked, it was 60 euros or pounds. It's in English called the Culinary France, and it's written by and one of my favorite authors, GeorgeAnne Brennan. This is my visual Bible to France. I've cooked several dishes vegetarian. This is in her book. But what she does very lovingly is that it is not just a cookbook. There are a lot of great hints of what the French like and the French want to do. Small vignettes. GeorgeAnne Brennan lived here for many years. Amongst others, she had goats and pigs, a pig in Provence. She had goats, but she also had a seed company here. Or she started importing seeds to the States as well, rare seeds. GeorgeAnne Brennan is a very interesting lady, and I really enjoy her books. There's almost a little chicklet book, almost French. Why not sit and have a little, these next couple of books are, on a rainy day when it's, you want to snuggle up. To Allure, very charming one. Karen Wheeler still writes in some magazines, and she's published several books about living here. Very nice, charming little anecdotes. Perhaps not the biggest literature, nor Bon Courage, but it's very charming to get the impression of how various people settle and living in France. One I'll skip because actually this one I didn't like, so just skip the one. This might come in handy for you starting a business in France. There are several, of course, how to do books. I'm going to now take my computer and put it on the other stack of books because I have to show you the other ones. I am not finished with this one. This is the only one in my pile here I'm not finished with. I am halfway through reading it, and it's called the Matchmaker of Périgord. Périgord is an area of France. It's a very, very charming little book. I think it's delightful. About a former barber who sets up a dating agency in literally the middle of nowhere in Périgord. There are also like the other living and working in France. There's this one figure out, and you can also, of course, find a lot of resources online. Personally, I always use the one called paris.angloinfo.com. I use that so much before I moved here and when I came here. I am not in any way involved with any of these books or any of these recommendations. Just giving you some ideas what to read. You can also some like Gascony. I've got I think 20 of Peter Miles books here, so I'm not going to show you all of them. The last one I'm going to show you might be a little bit naughty or racy. It's called merde. I'm not going to translate that word. I think most of you will know it. The real French you were never taught at school. So it's it's like a dictionary, and I will say it has come in handy a couple of times that I've read it where I was speaking to people, and I don't think I would have had an idea what they were talking about otherwise. There are many, many beautiful, wonderful books about France. These were just some very few examples. I hope you get inspired to move here, and if you need a real estate agent in your local area, Yvelines, west of Paris, just let me know. I'll gladly help you, and good reading. Bye.